Okay, so we do still have one more trial at the hunting grounds, but I have to be a chieftain first. So let's head back to the Hunters 3. We're gonna go ahead and travel down to this campfire because we have an animal figurine to turn in. Might as well do this while we're here.
Care to talk about these figurines of yours?
They're not really mine, but I've always got time to talk about them.
There you go, Enjuk. That should be the last of the figurines.
And we get our last reward box.
By the blue light, I didn't know if I'd ever see the whole collection reunited. And look at them. They're beautiful. You've done a great thing, Aloy. These may represent the last record that any of these beasts ever lived. Take this. It's the least I can do. And come back anytime. I and our animal friends await your return.
That's all for now.
Until next time, then.
And we get blue gleam and some other crap. Alrighty, so after turning in our last animal figurine for another piece of blue gleam, we are on our way up to meet our young Werak at the Stalker site.
There's the herd. Everyone ready?
Are you joking? We were born ready. Let's go get them, Flaming Skulls.
Nope, that's awful.
It is a pretty bad name. Good effort to work, Kai.
Forget it. Let's just go kill something.
It was better than the last one. Alrighty, yep, this is where we had a control tower earlier, which we have destroyed. There's the stalker right there, but I really don't want him right now. I want to see if I can get these scrappers over here.
Oh, that was one lucky.
Here comes another.
Got it.
That wasn't too bad.
I don't know about you three, but I feel better. Aloy, did you get that component?
That's another part down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergrand.
Starting to feel real, you know. I'm starting to believe we're really gonna get out of here. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'd survive a week without Nakoni. But here we are.
Who's Nakoni?
Nakoni was... she was a friend of ours. She challenged the chieftain for control of the Werak.
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
Is this why you left Banor? Because of this business with Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onakut knew Nakoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
What are we to Tai? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we do.
It's not what she did.
Nakoni challenged the chieftain. Why?
Onakut wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people wrap themselves in furs. If you're willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts. The Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms of Onakut's feet, and the rest of us, waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
She was the best and bravest of us. She was the one who took a stand.
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. Onakut, damn him. He wasn't nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Onakut, grinning like a snap maw, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nakoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
Their damn neck snapped.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory, it's all I can think of.
I'm sorry to Tai. It sounds like she meant a lot to you. To all of you. I'm sorry for what you've been through.
It's nice to be heard. Thank you, Aloy.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? What happened in Banor is buried in Banor. What matters now is what happens in the Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are gonna make a name for ourselves, right?
Oh, the burning turkeys? Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort of like vomit?
So, where to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find a snapmaw fang. We'll meet you there.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
Alrighty, snapmaw it is. Yep, and there used to be some control towers there too that we took out.
The water's really pushing back at me. No sign of them yet. Guess I'll just sit and wait. I was starting to worry about you three. Everything all right?
We took our time. After our last conversation, we had a lot to think about.
I can imagine. Just one more hunt, then your debt is paid and you three can make your way south. Ready?
Huntress, the Sunshine Snowshoes await your signal.
Horrible!
I'm almost impressed, Dulamok. Didn't think you could come up with a name worse than burning turkeys.
Well, I liked it. Let's hunt.
Alrighty. Where are you all going?
This won't go quietly.
It's staggered. Now
So apparently clearing out the tower site isn't enough.
These things have horrible aim. I've got this one.
There we go. We
hardly
found our
broke a
last
sweat.
one. And with it, we get our last snap maul piece.
Come here, Aloy. Let's have a proper goodbye, huh?
There. That's the last of Bergren's parts. Looks like you three are out of debt.
For now. Until Urkai breaks something else.
It was one time!
You make a nice shaman, Aloy. Thanks for lending a hand. Maybe we'll meet you in the Sundom sometime.
Once you get to the Sundom, what then? What's the next step?
We hunt like Nakoni wanted to hunt.
Nakoni had big dreams. A Werak in which everyone pulls their weight and takes care of each other. No shamans, no chieftains, no need to pry the power out of anybody's hands.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting tribute to Nakoni. We can become the Werak she always wished for.
You won't have me to strip your kills now. Are you three gonna be alright?
Nah, doesn't look that hard, really. We'll be fine.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests and he's suddenly a shaman.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself, we'll know someone who can.
Sure. And I bet he charges us for the introduction.
Thank you, Aloy. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I guess this is goodbye. How does it feel, putting Banuk lands behind you?
The only thing I would have missed is already gone.
Let all those rotten Banor suck-ups freeze to death.
It's a little much, Urkai, don't you think? It's strange. What is it to be Banuk after Banur forsakes you? How do we decide who we are? How about you, Aloy? Who do you think we are? What will you remember of us?
You lost someone you care about. That leaves a wound. The sort of wound a lot of people don't recover from.
Yeah. I've got nothing but scars to show for it.
That's the point. Only survivor's scar. After everything you've been through, you keep going.
We're the Scars of the North.
Scars of the North. Sounds pretty tough, doesn't it?
Thank you, Aloy. It's a good name. One we'll honor.
And they finally got a name that doesn't suck.
Color's changing. Sun's going down.
Alrighty, so we can fast travel back to Song's Edge to finish that up. Or we can fast travel here to Long Notch, where we can show Varja, this Forgefire weapon that we got. and see what she wants to
right.
do with it.
Find anything interesting lately?
I might have. Let's talk. A weapon that spits flame, huh? Like this one? I took this thing off an Oseram bandit. Think you could do anything with it?
You got my Forgefire back? Well, if you took down Olgrid and his goons for this thing, I guess she's yours now.
Why don't you finish it for me first? Make her into the weapon she was supposed to be.
Thought you'd never ask. I'm gonna need a bellowback snout. Any bellowbacks will do. Can you handle it alone?
I think I can manage that. If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
There's no time to waste worrying about the machines.
Let's see, so we now have the errand, geared up Forgefire. Boom, Bellowback. And it looks like we've got a campfire here in Hollow Fort Bandit Camp, or down here just south of the site. Alright, looks like we've got our bellowbacks in sight. And of course it turns right as I release. Oh god, they home!
Right onto it.
Alright, bellowbacks are pretty easy to kill down here. So we'll just go ahead and pull off that snout.
That should do it. Varja can finish her Forgefire now.
So we'll just travel on back.
Encampments creep closer to Banuk lands. They should exercise some caution.
Find anything interesting lately?
I might have. Let's talk. I've got what you asked for. Show me what you had in mind for the Forgefire.
Finally! Was feeling like I neglected her. And that's a little too close to my family life. She's done, and she's yours. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Looks great. I almost expected you to turn it into a burning ropecaster or something.
Nah, she was close to perfect from the start. She's a Varja original, after all.
Thanks for your work on the Forgefire.
Pleasure. I mean, you couldn't be more of an improvement on her last owner. What a pile of slag he was.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
Just old machines that fall on
And the Forgefire is all geared up. And we are almost done. Just one quick trip to Song's Edge.
Work is staying. Follows behind no other. What must it feel like?
Ooh, the improved Forgefire now has a second fire burst. Looks like we better modify it with another. If you've got one that does fire and damage, or damage and fire, that'd be a good spot to put it. But let's finish off this quest real quick.
No end to the horrors that Damon is willing to commit against us.
Bergrand, how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much. You know those three crazy Banuk are calling themselves the Scars of the North now? Well, now that I have those parts, I can pay off a debt of my own.
So they've gone south then?
Aye, that they have. I've got a friend in the Sundom by the name of O'Toole. He owes me a favor. Old O'Toole is a machine scavenger, a pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn from the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, we work with the resources we have. Speaking of which, here, a token of my gratitude.
3 blue gleam. And an extraordinary reward box. Not a bad reward at all.
Shall we all die beneath the claws of these new machines just to satisfy Aratak's crusade?
Since we're here turning things in,
Remember, Bankai, when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small. It was
let's go ahead and head on up here. We've got a climbing path of sorts up to a Banuk painter.
Couldn't Sekuli spend her time fishing or scrubbing dyes or hunting? What purpose do her paintings serve? We've never faced anything like the machine before I saw these drawings.
What does the Outlander want? I'm looking for Sekuli.
You found her.
Come, come. Let's get it over with. Quite a view you've got up here. It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass. That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter. Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew. But a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments. Like none have seen. Araya said you two were friends. I paint about what I feel now, not the way things used to be. Araya understood. Most Banuk didn't. I would have been exiled if she hadn't had Aratak take me into their Werak. Have you always been a painter? I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving. The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but, you want to know what they mean. That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are a call to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door. Do the machines listen to the call? I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
So let's see, we've got all of our pigments. So we'll trade in the salts, crystals, and oxides for 3 reward boxes.
Would you look at that? Nora girl, you've bought me all I need. Do you always travel with your pockets full of paint stuffs?
Honestly, Sekuli, I go around filling my pockets with most of everything.
Stop. I'm beginning to like you. I work alone, but come back around later, and I'll have something for you then.
That's me.
Maybe it's a machine rider who looks like you.
Where's she going?
You tell me. To ruins or mountains, through flood or thaw, past, future, destiny. But I don't think she's scared of any of it. You helped me, inspired me, and the people of the Cut. Let this be inspiration for you, wherever you may run.
Once the Werak gets a glimpse at Sekuli's mural, word will get around about how I helped her. So that's it. Nothing more I can do to get people talking. Time to throw my spear at Artuk's feet.
A job well done, but I'm not ready to go back to the ground.
So what did we get out of these boxes? Pigment reward box. Weapon coils. Oh, blue gleam. More weapon coils. Another blue gleam. And a painted weapon coil. Shock, fire, and handling. Oh shit!
There you are.
Well, I meant to rappel down the mountainside, but I guess that's as good a way as any to get to the bottom, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I probably should have repelled.
I know I am, but will anyone listen? No.